Welcome to the Marriage Be Like podcast. We're your hosts, Kenny
and Kenya.
And we are so glad that you are joining us today. Listen, this podcast is here to discuss love and relationships, life topics, and how to navigate through it all.
Disclaimer, we are not specialists or counselors or professionals in these fields. We are a married couple who's got 27 years of life experiences under our belt. We hope to open some discussions, build communication, and plant some seeds. So sit back, enjoy, and let's have a conversation and grow together.
Welcome to another episode of the Marriage Be Like podcast. I am Kenny.
Kenya.
And we are welcoming you. Welcoming you today. Listen, if this is your first time, I know last week I said you're forgiven, right?
Yes.
But if this is your first time, we welcome you. We are so glad that you're joining us today.
We'll forgive you again this time.
We'll forgive you again this time. And for those of you who have been watching with us ever since the beginning, because there are a few.
Appreciate you. Yes.
There are people who have watched us from the beginning, so we want to thank you so much. You're listening to us on envision-radio.com.
Yes.
Checking us on wherever you get your podcasts. Yes, on Thursdays, 4 p.m. Eastern.
4 p.m. Eastern time.
Yes,
and
come on,
3
Kenny.
p.m. Central time on Thursdays on envision-radio.com.
How about you take over? Because I just messed it up so many times.
And if you are listening or watching us on Friday, you can catch us anywhere on any of the podcasts.
Yeah, anywhere.
What I will say this time, though, is that we are now on iHeartRadio.
Yes, we've added that.
Hey, look at there.
Yeah,
so we're getting places, folks.
Everywhere.
Make sure you tell your people to follow, like, share.
Mom and them.
Everything. Okay. That's all we're going to do. Make sure you go back and look at our other podcasts, listen to our other podcasts.
Or go to our website.
Website. Yes.
marriagebelike.com.
Yes. Okay. So we're going to jump in because we've got a lot to talk about today.
Okay.
This time we're talking about, now, last week we talked about priorities.
Yes. Yes, we did.
Guess what we're talking about this week? Priorities.
Again?
Part 2.
Okay.
Because last week we talked about priorities as far as like kind of the, I don't want to say hierarchy, but I kind of do. What comes first in your marriage? What comes first with you? What comes first with your spouse? What comes second?
Okay. Oh, no, we talk
and on. But today we're getting a little more specific.
Okay. All right. Because I thought we were saying that in the context of the individual. Mm-hmm. Is what we talked about last week.
We did. We focused a lot about that last week because it's about the individual first before you get married.
Right.
Your priorities tend to change.
Yes.
So then our push last week was, look, you're not single anymore. Yeah. Now, once you have those priorities, now you have different priorities in a marriage, and then how that should look.
Right.
That makes sense?
Yeah.
So today we're going to talk a little bit more about the priorities in a marriage, or to prioritize your marriage.
Right. Okay.
How about that?
All right. So start it off, babe. What we got going on?
Last week we discussed Jesus.
Yeah.
Spouse.
Yeah.
Yours was job, then kids and family.
Right.
Mine was Jesus, spouse, kids.
Yeah. It was yeah.
Job wasn't even on my
It sure wasn't.
Job wasn't even on my list.
It sure wasn't.
It came on down the line.
Yeah.
But we were trying to determine the first 3 to 4 things that we really prioritize in our lives.
And what's funny, I realized after that conversation, right, that I didn't have much more after that.
I know. Well, by the time you're done with those couple things, you're kind of tired. Everybody else, yeah. It's a lot. It's a lot to focus on. This week we're talking about priorities in marriage. For instance, love, respect, intimacy, open communication.
Yes.
Trust.
Yes.
That's a big one, right?
Yes.
Commitment.
Yes.
Growth.
Yes.
Quality time.
Yes.
Well-being.
Yes.
So these are primarily your foundations of marriage. Now,
in that order,
that you can put in whatever order you want to.
Well, isn't that the point of the conversation, right? To try to figure out what order we put these in.
Right.
Okay.
Let's
get to it.
I guess love would always take us first.
Okay.
Generally, I would think. But yes, I mean, those are the foundations of a marriage. And many of them are foundations for a relationship.
Yeah.
That list can go. Get my thoughts right. Is it contagious?
Yeah.
It must be contagious.
Yeah. It is.
So being able to have those lists of things can go for friendships also.
Yep.
It can also go for general family,
family relationships,
family.
Right.
I'm not going to be as open with you if I'm not trusting you like that.
Wow. Oh,
I can still love you though.
Yeah.
That makes sense?
Yeah.
So then those kinds of things can come in any type of relationship.
That's right.
But primarily the meat of it all would be in a marriage.
Okay.
So how do you prioritize your life when it comes to marriage?
Wow. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know that even for, I don't know how long, I'm not going to put a number on it, but I don't know that I have really considered the prioritization of these elements in our marriage. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it was one of the things that, we talked about, why did we get married and things like that. Right. And I said, what did I say? I wanted somebody to compliment who I am. And
in your life.
Yeah. And really that sounds great, right?
It does.
But what does that mean? And how do we prioritize those elements that kind of create that?
Yes. How do we get those things even to focus even with the marriage? Because yours, like even with ours last week, it was a little bit different. So then how does that work with this list of things?
Yeah, absolutely. And then what happens? I mean, I asked this question last week when we were talking about on a personal level, but what happens when in our relationship, in our marriage, when those things don't line up? And should we really kind of discuss that to where we can come to an agreement?
Yes, I think you absolutely. That's where the communication part comes in. Because if you don't discuss it, I would assume. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if you don't discuss it with me, then you're assuming on my end.
Right.
And if the list is opposite for me and love comes last, and the list for you is love comes first.
Yeah. So can I ask you a question? I know this may not even be part of what you have planned to talk about, but you say that love comes first.
Yeah.
Sorry, but what does that really mean?
I think that being able to open your heart and say, okay, decide, and in a sense, and I don't, people don't like to hear, oh, you have to decide to love, but you kind of do.
Yeah.
Because I can also decide not to.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? And I'm talking about during the dating part. So before I marry you, there must be something of substance.
Yeah.
There has to be something there.
Yes.
Unless there is an arranged marriage, which we don't really do here in the States.
Right.
Not that we don't do it.
Right.
But
it's not.
Yeah, prevalent. It's not right. So in that sense, there must be something that drew you. There must be something that kept you in the relationship. And then there must be something or several things that allowed you to oppose or allowed you to say, yes, I do.
Okay.
So then what are those things?
Right.
Is the question.
Yeah.
And what led you to love, or what led you to trust, or what led you to be vulnerable with the open communication and that kind of thing. And I think it's different for everyone. I know for females, we tend to believe in the fairy tale. That's kind of how things are given to us, even as a child.
Yeah.
And so that's why I said love probably comes first for us. But I also know that in order for us to love, something has to come with that.
Okay.
I don't love you if I don't trust you, in my opinion.
Okay.
So
if you don't trust me, then you don't love me?
Not to a point where I'm going to say I do. No.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I can love mankind.
Yeah. I mean,
but to I don't give know, you my heart.
I don't want to start a different conversation.
Agreed.
But but something, food for thought. And, you can mark this down as something to put on your list. But I mean, what you just said is that for me to love, I've got to have something to go along with it. But then if I have lost that trust, right? Or if that trust has been betrayed, I won't say lost.
Yes.
Okay.
So if the trust has been betrayed,
then
in the dating process or in the marriage process, where are you? Because I was speaking of dating before the marriage.
Okay. Well, then I retract because I was thinking in terms of the marriage, because we're here now. So
we're here now, yes. But I was trying to start from the beginning.
Okay.
So that's where I was taking this.
Okay.
Because oftentimes you may not have all of the things.
Yeah. That's true.
If that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean,
thank you. In dating, you may not have this whole list.
That hasn't grown yet.
Yeah. And I may not be as vulnerable with you in our dating process as I would be 5 years into our marriage.
Right. Okay.
That makes sense?
Yeah.
So that's why I started there. But I also started talking about, how you can have several of these things before you're dating or in other friendships and so on and so forth.
Okay.
But anyway.
All right.
Prioritizing those things in your life, what would be your answer, babe?
Priority.
Love, respect, intimacy, open communication, trust, commitment, growth, quality time, and well-being. So just off the top of your head, what comes first for you?
For me, you know what? Commitment.
Okay.
Commitment. Do I need to explain that?
Maybe. How do you know I'm committed to you?
Well,
before we marry.
We're still talking about that. I'm thinking right now.
Okay, so right now we're married. Why is commitment first?
Okay, because and how I recognize it. Okay, because I think you asked that, right? Just everything about who you are, your behaviors, your actions, how you manifest your emotions, your feelings, all of those.
Feelings? Oh my goodness!
Don't do that. Don't do that because because.
Sorry, y'all. That was an inside joke.
Yeah.
Go ahead, babe. I couldn't resist.
Yeah, you messed me up now. Maybe you'll learn that. You'll figure that out later for those listening.
Okay, so I'll take you back. It was commitment.
Yes, commitment.
And how I showed that commitment.
Right, and so those are some of the things that actually make me feel loved.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
So and I get it when on a personal level, each person looks at that differently because again, we could take it back to the 5 love languages.
Yeah, we can. Agreed.
Because because the crux of it all is going to be love.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's my opinion, I believe. What is that?
Yeah. So I figured I'd say yes.
Okay. So the crux is love, and as we consider that, the 5 love languages, we've discussed that as being the method by which we feel love or interpret love.
Okay.
Right. And granted, my primary love language is words of affirmation. Right. But that's not in this list.
It's not in this list because this list isn't a 5 love language list.
Right. So then commitment is the closest thing.
Okay. Commitment will be the next thing for you.
For me, yeah. Because then, again, that's all about, your expression to me, your behavior, your actions, how you show me love in any way that you do. Right. Honestly. But that commitment that you have made, and really in light of, despite anything that may try to come against us.
Yes.
And so that's how I feel love. So then the priority then becomes the commitment for me, because that's how I feel love.
To our marriage.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, mine, and I said it before, mine is love and trust. And the next question is, if these things are shown, would your spouse know you love them? And you kind of answered that question already. The answer would be yes.
Yeah.
If I saw all of the things, the love, the respect, the intimacy, open communication, the trust, commitment, growth, quality time, and well-being, all these things would show me that you love me.
Yeah.
What I will say is early in our marriage, the growth part really wasn't there yet. We were young.
Neither
one of us growing.
I mean, we didn't even
trying to survive.
We didn't really allow for us to grow, right?
Right.
Yeah.
We were just trying to gel our relationship and make it into a marriage.
Yes.
After saying I do, and then after having a kid. Oh, and by the way, after having another kid the next year. So it was just a lot. It was a lot happening.
Just a year later. Wow.
Right. So it was a lot going on, and not that we didn't put each other first. It was just a lot happening, and we didn't know how to manage it.
Navigating through that at such a young age. I mean, we weren't teenagers, but
right. I was 24.
Yeah. I mean, but navigating through that even at that young age, that's a challenge.
Yes.
Because now you have to tap into things that you've never tapped into before.
Right. Well, I had never led a full-time, I was a manager at the time, so I had never managed anything, or I had never been a mother before. Also, I had never been married before.
Oh, you hadn't?
No, I hadn't. Look at there.
Oh, wow.
So those 3 things alone, funny. So those things alone were difficult to manage. Just being able to put it all in a package for me, I think.
Yeah.
Not to mention, just so much comes with being a mom. But we were also trying to navigate how we were in our spiritual life now together.
Yes. We were looking for a church home.
Yeah, we were looking for a church home. We were trying to decide, are we having family worship? We still having individual worship? What's going on here?
Yeah.
So it was it was a lot to navigate. We were here by ourselves. We didn't have any family here.
Right.
So there was nobody to lean on, or and finding a church. We didn't have a church family either.
Right.
At first. So there was a lot happening.
Yeah. But I don't know. When I look back at that, right? When I look back at it, I think that was exhilarating, to be honest with you. Yeah, because and I don't know, maybe it's just the more adult me that enjoys figuring things out.
Yeah, I don't know that exhilarating at that time would have been my word.
I mean, okay. I get it because you're different, right? So,
we both sat on together. I think we did well during that time period, but exhilarating was not what I was looking for. For me, it was more like stressful.
Yeah. I mean, no, now I tell you what, the challenge created stress. I'm not gonna lie there, and then really kind of trying to come together. I mean, so then let me clarify then that the idea of looking for a church home and trying to figure out where we're going to live and whether or not, even before we had children, whether or not we were going to have children, how soon that was going to happen.
Right, because we had to move. I forgot.
Yeah.
That's right.
So all of those things, for me, is like, hey, what next?
Yeah, because once we had a kid, I realized we were having a kid, we need a bigger car.
Oh, yeah.
We need a bigger place to live. Because everything changed.
Because what was it? When we got married, I had what was that car?
Convertible.
I had a convertible, yeah.
And I was like, you ain't putting my kid in that car.
You didn't like getting in the car yourself.
Well, I mean, I did.
No, because you want me to tell the story about how you assaulted me while I was driving?
No.
Well, I just did.
Okay, I'll put it this way. I liked the car. I didn't necessarily always like being in the car.
Okay.
I thought it was cool that it was a drop top, and I enjoyed watching it drive by.
Why didn't you like being in the car?
I don't know why. Maybe it might have been because of my hair, but my hair ended up being short, so it wasn't long for very long.
Yeah. I mean, but I remember the one time we were driving down somewhere, and I had gone pretty fast. And
go ahead and keep that loud and strong. He was going pretty fast.
I was driving pretty fast. The top was down, but we had a couple other people in the car, so we were just having fun, young,
showing off,
and dumb, right? So
yes.
And then I hit a bump and a curve and all kinds of stuff. Not a curb, but a curve. I never hit anything in that car. But Kenya was sitting in the back seat. You were sitting in the back, and she didn't like how fast I was driving and how it made her feel back there. So she assaulted me from the back seat. She was sitting directly behind me. I still have the bruise.
Oh my goodness.
My neck is still bruised.
The dramatics of it all.
28 years later.
No, the answer is no. Lies you tell. But no, I was not happy with the way you were driving at all. No, at all. It was, in my opinion, dangerous.
Well, and
I'm
now,
like, how dare you do that while I'm in the car?
And now the tables turn because she says I drive like, you say I drive like a grandma. So.
Oh, well, no, it's not necessarily that.
My priorities.
More cautious now.
My priorities have changed, and now I'm more concerned about the safety of my family.
Y'all see this? Oh, for those who can't see it, he hold my hand trying to rub me. No, brother.
No, that's why I drive
that's
safer.
That's your reason?
I drive safer now because, I have a family to protect.
Because your kids are grown.
Well, I mean, I'm in the habit now. I'm in the habit.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, apparently it was never me.
They are 25, 24, I'm 26. I don't know how old they are.
How old are they? Yes.
Yeah, so they're old enough. But, until they moved out, I had to drive them around.
We're just going to keep on moving. Okay, let's go to our October calendar review.
Okay.
How about that?
All right, fine.
All right. You want to talk a little bit about it? You want to do some of the days and I'll do some of the month?
Okay, sure.
You don't have to read our whole list.
All right, so October calendar shows, we just had Columbus Day, right?
We did just have Columbus Day.
Indigenous People Day.
Yes, all on the same day.
Yeah.
Just in case you ain't know.
Yeah, so we're
not
going to
talk about Columbus and leave out the indigenous people.
So yeah.
They were here first.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, that's how that is.
Yeah, so we celebrate both on that day.
Yep. The 14th of October is National Dessert Day?
Yes.
National Dessert Day.
Yes.
I didn't know dessert had a national day. Its own day.
I didn't either. But guess what? I sure did participate once I found out.
Favorite dessert?
Turtles. And that's exactly what I ate today.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yes.
The 15th, right, is National Hand Washing Day. So after you've ate your turtles and your...
Then go wash your hands.
Yeah.
With the chocolate all over you.
But wait till the next day.
What? No.
I mean, it is the next day, so what?
Yeah, no. No.
Okay. 16th is National Bosses Day.
Yay for all the great bosses. Yay.
Yes, yes. And I'm my own boss. So
yes, me too.
Anyway, I do have a boss.
Me. I'm his boss.
Moving on.
National Black Poetry Day is the 17th of October. I thought that was pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
Yes, yes.
Also, you know what I didn't say, and we missed it as well, but my cousin sent me a message on the 11th saying that it was National Black Girl Rest Day or something like that. I know, right? So it went along with Mental Health Week.
Okay.
So we were supposed to take a day of rest to just kind of chill and relax, and yeah. I was like, hey, look at there.
You know what? Next week, y'all, I'm gonna come up with a new day. It's gonna be a whole and I'm gonna check
Google
day.
To make sure it's a real day.
And it's gonna be a day that I create, and then I'm gonna have a.
But we didn't create these days; these are real days.
But yeah, I mean, some of them sound like y'all just pulled it out the back pocket.
You can look it up.
So anyway, moving on. National Black Women's
Keep
Rest
going
Day.
while I look it up.
What is that? National
I'm
Black
gonna look it up and I'm gonna say it right. So keep going.
All right. So the 18th of October is National. Oh, I'm sorry, not National, but World Menopause Day.
Yes, for all the ladies who are going through menopause, we see you, and so does the world. You got a whole day.
I thought that meant men will pause, but okay.
Oh, you trying to be funny?
No, don't do that. That was the worst dad joke ever.
Ever. So much so there's no laughter.
Like what did somebody used to say? Bum bum ba bum.
Yeah.
That was terrible.
Horrible.
Okay, so the month. Let's talk about the month. Okay. Let's see. October 12th to the 18th is Anti-Poverty Week.
Yes.
Okay. And then
make awareness of those who are in poverty and try to help.
Yes. So Recycle Awareness Week. What's that week?
To make you aware of recycling.
But it's a week. What week is it? Which week is it?
Oh, I think it's this week.
Is it this week?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, so the 12th to the 18th or something like that?
Somewhere in there.
Okay. You know what's funny is in the subdivision where we live, this week is the week that they come and pick up all the trash.
I know. Not the trash, the junk.
The big junk pulp trash. So on National Recycle Awareness Week.
Yes. Okay. So it was called Black Girls Day of Rest.
Okay. You were still on that.
Yes. I said you keep talking while I look it up.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. National Vegetarian Week is in this month. She's vegetarian.
I'm pescatarian, but close enough.
Yeah. I ain't.
No.
So there it is. National
National what now? I'm sorry, what?
National.
Where are you? Let me help you out. We're National Dyslexic Month.
Why couldn't I say that?
National
I could say it
Month.
Yes.
All right. And then, of course, we also know that it's breast cancer awareness.
Yeah.
We have to say that one because that's a big one.
Get checked out, everybody.
Yes, please get checked. And not just ladies. Men also get breast cancer.
Yeah.
So make sure that men and women get checked out.
Yeah.
Okay. And then last one. Oh, no, sorry, not the last one. National Chili Month.
Oh, yes.
We had chili today.
I just finished eating mine.
I did too.
So, hey, you know what?
What'd you eat your chili with?
Crackers.
Oh, I had mine with the chili cheese Fritos. Our son made chili for us today. He didn't even know that it was National Chili Month. He was just like, look, I'm making chili. I was like, cool. I ain't got to make it.
Yeah, and I was a little nervous at how spicy he would make it because he likes to use
sniffling. Yeah. But it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad.
No, it really wasn't. It was actually tastefully spicy.
Yes.
So.
And then we should have a cookie afterwards because it's National Cookie Month.
No cookie for me. You can eat the cookies.
Well, I already had turtles. I don't need both.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't need both. Okay. So let's get back into our topic.
Okay. So question.
Mm-hmm.
Does your marriage get prime time or leftovers? You know, when I think of prime time, I think of that time between 7 and 9 on TV. It's prime time, isn't it?
Is it? I don't know.
I don't think it's a prime time of TV. You know, I mean, and that's the time where most people are watching TV. That's where, if you had a television show, that's where you want to be, in that window.
Okay.
Of time.
Because it's dinner time. People are home after work.
Most people are home. Most people are settling in, and if you eat dinner early, like some people do, if you eat dinner early around that 5:30, 6 o'clock time, then you're done. Now you can sit down and relax and watch some television.
Okay, I get
so that's your prime time.
All right. So does your marriage get prime time? That's the real question. I think everyone should ask themselves that.
Yeah.
Just take a moment and just answer. Because if you feel like, and if you can't directly, quickly say yes, then you probably should rearrange some things.
Now, and here's the other thing. You might have to define, or not define, but identify prime time.
True.
You know,
it's not necessarily that time of the day,
right?
But you don't want your marriage to get leftovers,
right?
That's for sure.
So if you got to look at your work schedule and just how busy you are,
yes,
then you may need to consider, because our prime time may not be anyone else's prime time,
or for that matter, it may not be a time at all.
Okay, help me understand.
Okay, meaning what I'm thinking of is it may not be a time period, but it may be the amount of time you're putting into your marriage.
Okay. So what is prime time for you, babe?
That's what I mean. I just told you.
Okay. Oh, so you mean the amount of time? The
amount of time that I give to my marriage versus what I give to everything else. And I think that's what they mean by leftovers.
Okay. So, I mean, all right. So basically what we're really saying then is put the marriage first.
A point of the day. And that's how you explained it. I'm hearing it as the amount of time that we're giving to our marriage versus what we give to everything else.
Yeah. Okay. Well, and I get that. Part of me looks at the quality of the time available.
That's a good one.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
I mean, and that's the reason why I brought up the prime time on television, because
that would explain the leftovers as well.
Yeah.
Because if I'm only giving you're talking to me and I ain't paying no attention, then that's not good quality time.
Right.
Yeah.
But if I'm say you work from home, right?
Yes.
And the only time that I work from home, but the only time I have for you is when I'm sitting there at my desk working and you sitting there at the other end talking
that's
to me.
That's not quality time.
That's not quality time.
That's just y'all being in the same room.
Right. So that's not.
I don't count that at all.
That's not prime time, right?
No.
So
that's not any time.
Yeah.
It's zero time. I mean, if you ask me a question and we're in the same room, that's still not.
It's not time at all. It's just, it don't even qualify.
We're not giving that time to each other.
Yeah.
So that would be on the leftover side.
Yeah. I mean,
that's what I mean. Okay. So what else?
Okay. So let's see. Does your marriage show happily your priorities are each other? What is that? What? Does your marriage show that your priorities are each other?
I'm hoping that it does. And I think that ours does. The question is, how do people feel about their marriage? And if they feel like it does. It's also about how people see you. And I'll give an example. We had a situation the other day, me and my husband, and we each were talking to. Did you ever tell Kev about it or no?
About what? The conversation we had?
Yes, via text and over the phone.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if I told him about the text, but I told him.
You told him what took place?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, because he was standing right there.
Yes, that's correct. So we had a situation of disagreement.
Yeah.
I'll just go and put it out there. And I spoke to my oldest son after I got off the phone with this one. And he was in the room talking to me with our youngest son. So we each told a son what was going on and why we were disagreeing.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we each told them how we made up and laughed it off.
Yeah.
But then the oldest son was like, I love y'all's relationship, which I had never heard him say before. So I was completely shocked. And that is a good thing, though, that he loves our relationship. But that's what I mean by your relationship is not just you.
Yeah.
It's not just you who's looking at it. all people who see you look at your relationship.
Yeah.
And especially those who are closest to you, those who are in your home, those who are in your families, so on and so forth. So they see it more than anyone else would see it. But you want to be able to present that you actually love each other, that you actually have a good marriage, that you actually give prime time, a lot of time, quality time, and that your marriage is a priority, and everyone should be able to see that.
Yeah. You know, the other thing that was really important for me, because, you know, the youngest son was standing, because we were on the phone.
We were on the phone.
And so he didn't hear the conversation, except he heard my side.
Right.
And so I needed to be sure that he understood, one, that no, we didn't agree on something. But then two, I did come back and tell him, look, I apologized.
Right.
You know, and so because I didn't want him
and I did too. I apologize too.
Yes. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, we made up.
We did.
We kissed and made up, right?
From a distance.
From a distance, because we weren't. But I mean, I wanted him to understand that, you know, sometimes these things happen, yet we have to be grown enough or adult enough to be able to say, hey, you know what, I messed up.
Right.
Let's, you know, how do we fix this? So, but that's where, you know, when we talk about making each other a priority, right? That's where that comes in, you know. And even in that case, you know, another part of that was making sure that he or they, our sons, understood where we are in our relationship.
Yes.
Right. And that's a priority.
And that we can disagree and we can make up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even if it wasn't all the way nice.
Yeah. You know, and I'm touching on something here that I think really is really important, you know, because if it does not help us or guide us into the way we are together, right?
Yes.
Because of the love for each other. But here's the thing, like you said, others see us.
Right. Others see us.
Others see us. And I don't want to be the one who has shown my sons how to be a bad husband.
No.
You know what I mean? I don't want them to see that. I don't want them to think that what I did was okay. And now look, I ain't do nothing really, really bad. We just, you know, I'd had a, you know, not a positive tone.
That's correct. He had a frustrating tone and I came back with attitude.
We got frustrated with each other.
Without even thinking about it.
Yep. So, you know, hey, we are who we are. We are growing together.
And we're growing. That's correct.
Yeah.
That's correct. So, and I felt bad about jumping right into it. I was like, ooh, yeah, I probably could have gave a little grace there.
Yeah.
But I didn't. So I had to apologize because I didn't.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what if you thought of your spouse first in everything every day? How would your marriage look then?
So let me, I must confess, today.
Are we getting all kinds of confessions today?
Yeah, we are. So today, remember I stopped by the store, and when I was in the store, I called you. I said, you want anything from the store?
Yes.
Right? But that was only after I grabbed what I want.
Then you got your stuff first, and then you asked for me.
I wasn't going to that store for you. I was going for me.
I understand. But at least you did call, and at least you did ask. And I initially said no, I didn't want anything. But then you was like, you want pineapples? Yes, you know what? I do want pineapples.
So, yeah. So, you know, I tried to help you out there. So, you know, anyway. Well, no, you weren't my first thought.
But at least you didn't go to the store just for you and then came out with something only for you.
Only for me.
Because then we'd have a problem.
Yeah, I used to do that.
And again, we had a problem. I wasn't having it. So, yeah, no, at least that doesn't happen anymore. Right. But the thing about it is thinking of your spouse all the time. So, like, I usually will just kind of walk in the store. Sometimes I call and text even before I go in the store. Hey, what you want? You need anything?
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, is that thinking of me first? Because you're already at the store.
Well, I'm at the store because I got to buy for the family. So
okay.
It is what it is. I'm not going to the store just to get like some deodorant for me or a bowl of fruit.
See how you threw that in? Okay, whatever.
I'm just saying that I could go to the store and get the general family stuff and then walk out without anything you need, even though there's something that you need.
I'm buying for the family. Okay. So that puts me first or the family. I don't know.
Well, I mean, I could just go and get pineapples and my favorite snacks and things. You wouldn't like that one, would you?
So last week we talked. Last week we talked about putting each other as a priority.
Yes.
Right. Because that I think that's a good point, because it keeps me from feeling left out or unloved.
Because if I put you first and you put me first, then we're taking care of each other.
Yeah.
You feel loved all the time because we're always thought of first. So there's no one falls short in that area. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And then everyone is uplifted, everyone is supported, everyone is, you know what I mean?
So what do we do then when something presents itself as competition?
I think that it's okay a little bit, you know, and I think there are also variations for that, depending upon your spouse too. I had heard a podcast, and I wish I remember their names, but I don't remember their names. But I heard a podcast some time ago, and he was talking about at the beginning, and they were an older couple, older than us, but he was talking about at the beginning of their marriage. Well, when they were dating, he gave his girlfriend at the time a lot of attention. It was all about her. Once they married, his job and golf came first.
The job in golf?
Yes, because golf was the game of golf.
Okay.
So he would leave work and he'd go play golf rather than come home to her. And so she would complain about it, but what he heard was her nagging.
Yeah.
But later, you know, of course, after she had to get him to understand what the deal was here, later he understood, oh, it wasn't you, it was actually me. He changed the program and how he did things, and he changed his priorities. He felt like, well, I got her.
Yeah.
So she could be home. We got this house. Everything's good. When everything wasn't good, she wanted him in the relationship just like she had him full time. You know what I mean? When they were dating.
Yeah.
But once he said, I do, he was like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
And that wasn't enough. And it took him a while. I believe they talked about several years before he realized what he had done wrong.
Yeah.
And then the other piece to it was him realizing it.
Yeah.
Because he was like, you know, she would tell me, but all I heard was wah, 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 wah.
Wah, 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 wah.
And so he just felt like she was being a nag and it was getting on his nerves.
Yeah.
He could not hear what she was trying to say.
Yeah.
And that he was the one who had messed it all up.
You know, and to that point, you know, some of the things that I think frustrates many husbands, particularly early on in marriages, often we are looking at things backwards.
Yeah.
You know, and
I see that.
I say that because you know, you mentioned how he changed, and his priorities kind of flipped.
He didn't even realize it.
You know, but there are some things, and I'd love to have a little more time to explain this part of it. But as a husband, the husband actually is the initiator of everything.
Yeah, many things, that's true.
You know, and so
depending upon how your role is, yes.
Right. So okay, in role situations, but I think the basic wiring between a husband and a wife, actually there is a an innate role where the husband should assume
leadership role.
Yes. And what I mean by that is when we talk about intimacy, let's talk about that for a minute, because women are wired different than men.
Okay.
Right? Their intimacy, or the physical aspect of intimacy, actually is tied to their emotion, how they feel, how safe you feel, the level of trust that you have, and the commitment that is there, right? But a man is like, no, I see you, I want you.
Yeah, y'all sits on top of the table.
Yeah.
just
But here's the thing. If I want that, right?
Yes.
As a man, if I want that physical intimacy, then I need to first meet the needs of your security, your you know, the level of trust,
the love language for the women.
And that's where I say that it starts. So then when men complain about their wives, husbands complain about their wives not giving them enough, right?
Right.
We may look at ourselves and say,
you have to look at yourself.
How much am I giving to her?
That is correct.
Right. And so then that takes us all the way back to priorities. If I make you a priority, then you make me happy.
That's correct. Because even if the couple that Because even the couple that I was talking about, they're marriage counselors now. I still can't think of their name, but they were saying that here they were early married and about to get a divorce because he just didn't get it.
Yeah.
So I think that is, but that's what you basically explained. He wasn't working for it, and he wasn't really putting in his efforts that he was supposed to put in for the marriage.
Right.
Okay, so should anything compete in your marriage?
Well, and that was kind of where I was going with that. What do we do if something presents itself as competition?
Right. So things do present themselves, and I don't want to use the word compete, but for instance, if you have young children,
okay,
that's going to be an easy one,
yeah.
particularly with young families. And so with that, it's not necessarily a competition thing. It's really just about how much care you have to give to the kids. And I know that was my issue.
Yeah.
But I think that that's a lot of women's issues, because will I take care of my husband first, or will I change his diaper first?
Right.
Right. Am I cooking the food, or am I ironing clothes?
Right.
So the the level of care that is needed for children is so much different, and then that seems to come in as a competition, because before the kids, it wasn't as much to deal with, because the husband would have so much more time, just because there was more time.
Yeah.
In a blended marriage, you have to pull all that in together.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So then I don't think they really have those kind of problems as much. I don't know, because we're not a blended family.
Right.
But if you come in with children, that's a serious balance act. So it's probably harder to be able to split your time and give a lot of priority to your marriage, because you're coming in from a blended family.
Yeah.
I think in my opinion, it's harder work.
I tell you what, and I pray for those who do have that, that situation. And and I'll even call it a gift. And I say that because, we learn so much about ourselves and each other when we face certain challenges.
Yeah.
And that's why, many times when we talk about things, even certain in terms of mental health and things like that, these are gifts.
Yes.
Because it causes us to really kind of take a deeper look at who we are and how we treat each other and things like that. But when it comes down to, these blended marriages and things like that, I mean, there's some serious challenges.
Yeah, I agree.
And
even if everyone gets along, because sometimes the kids don't get along.
Right.
Sometimes the kids don't like the other spouses coming into their life, or don't want another spouse coming into their life.
Right.
It can be a variation of things. And I think that it's hard to put a marriage in priority there.
Yeah.
Because you've got to, some of it is about making sure that the family can get along, probably.
That's right. Yeah. So, I mean, there's a lot to consider there. And so, my prayer is that everyone who is in those situations, and I hate these, because situation sounds like it's a bad thing.
Yeah, it's not a situation as a bad thing.
Right.
Because in the end, it can be beautiful.
Yeah.
And to be able to persevere through what challenges may face with blended marriages or anything. Yeah. You could come into a marriage and be taking care of a parent.
Yeah.
You can come into a marriage and lose your job.
Yeah.
Anything can be a distraction in that marriage to make you feel like you have to put your focus into something else more so than the marriage. But actually the answer is no. Once you decide to be married, that's where your focus should be.
Yeah, that's where it should be.
And all things, can come behind that. But the spouse, the marriage comes first.
Yeah.
So we'll play a quick game.
Okay.
How about that? Okay.
All right.
Who does it better?
Oh, yeah.
You ready?
I like this one already. From the top.
Okay. Being on time.
Me.
Who does it better? Yes, that's you.
You can't get nowhere. I tell folk this. All right, I talk about you bad. I know I do.
It's my free spirit side.
Is it? Is that what it is?
Yes.
I tell everybody, Kenya will be late to her own funeral.
Only if y'all will me in late, but I don't want a funeral no way. So there we go. All right. So what's the next one?
Keeping a secret.
Okay. So who's better keeping a secret?
Me.
I think it's me.
What?
I think it's me. I think I keep better secrets.
Here's the thing, right? To prove it means
we
that
have to prove it, we have to tell a secret.
Yeah. Right. So how do you?
All
prove
right. So tie. Okay. Who's a better dancer?
Yeah, that would be you.
That would be me.
I'll give you that one because y'all don't want to see me dance at all.
Okay. Who's more messy?
Oh, that's you.
Oh, lies you tell.
No, I'm gonna tell you why. Well, the question is, what do you mean by messy?
Messy.
I mean,
however you see messy, messy.
No, because wow, the energy that you have in this right now.
Because you said you, and you know it ain't me in any version.
I'm just saying. You know what? I will say this though. Me and laundry are not friends.
Nobody likes to do laundry, Kenny.
But listen, I have so much laundry that I have to do right now, and I'm hanging out my dirty laundry.
I know. I almost did it for you. Almost. But I don't do his laundry, y'all.
No, she don't do my laundry.
Everybody grown. You can do your own laundry.
But here's the thing: if I run out of clean clothes, what do?
Go buy some
more. So now I got piles and piles of clothes.
Shameful.
All of them need to be washed. And it makes my laundry, makes me doing laundry.
And no, I'm not stepping in because he's supposed to learn a lesson. He just slow to learning.
Yeah. Anyway.
All right. So who's a better morning person?
I mean, is anybody a morning person?
You're not a morning person? I thought you for sure say you were.
I mean, I get up in the morning.
You're not a morning person? I am not a morning person.
Well, I know you're not. So, I mean.
And I with the gusts of my breath, say that. I am not a morning person. I only want to be a morning person.
So, by default, I win that part. I mean.
I honestly thought you were a morning person. You like to get up and do stuff in the morning.
I mean, yeah, I'd rather sleep. What? I mean.
I don't know.
I mean, I get up because I've had to for so long, right?
I've had to too, but I still don't get up if I ain't got to.
Yeah.
It's just not gonna happen.
I've made it.
I mean, like early.
A habit. I've made it a habit.
Yeah.
That's really what it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. No for me. I don't like getting up early. Okay, so let's get back to our topic.
Okay.
We're gonna discuss a little bit more than just priorities, but we're going to specifically talk about finances.
Now,
where does that flow in our priority list?
Okay, all right. I was going to ask, are we really going to talk about finances or just how?
Finances, yeah, no. Where does it flow in our priority list? How does that work in our marriage?
Okay.
You got to survive.
Yes.
You got finances. Most households these days have 2 workers.
Okay. All right.
We got an economy.
Yes,
that's all I'm gonna say about that.
Well, and so
you also the survival levels are, struggle sometimes.
You also have financial goals.
Financial goals.
And oftentimes, when I think of priorities, that's kind of where I'm thinking in terms of the goals that we set, and oftentimes we set up our own goals, and the question then would be, how does that? How do my goals work with our goals?
Yes.
And your goals work with our goals. You know what I mean?
And then if something comes in the way, because there could be things to hinder meeting that goal, particularly if you're on a time situation.
Okay.
If I had planned to do something, or we had planned to do something in our marriage in a financial goal area, and we plan to do it in 3 years, but it's looking more like 5. Because situations happen, then how does that affect our marriage?
And it causes me to look at, I guess, well, yeah, we consider how much of a priority is this goal for you as it compares to, where does it fall for me?
Yeah.
Even though we can say, hey, this is a goal for us together as a team.
Yes.
But sometimes
the idea could be yours.
Yeah.
And so you driving that idea.
Yes.
And I'm just there along for the ride.
Right.
Sometimes
I agree.
That happens.
I agree, but I ain't pushing. That's one of them. I'm not pushing for it. I agree. I believe in you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I support you. But you gonna be the spearheader of this goal.
Yeah.
So how does that work when the goal doesn't come to fruition in the time period that you want it to? How does that affect the marriage? Does it?
Well, it does. It does. But I think that a good way, or the best way, and as far as I can imagine, would be really just to have that conversation. We've got to sit down and talk and communicate with each other and say, hey, look, this is a goal that we have actually agreed upon.
Right.
If we've had the conversation before.
More driven than the other.
True, true. But then that's where that conversation comes in. We need to kind of get an idea of where we are individually as it relates to that particular goal.
Yes.
How big of a deal is this for you? How important is this for you? And if it is not something that is as important to me as it is to you, how do we reconcile that?
Yeah. Is it more important than fixing the water heater this month?
And you know what? And there may
Sometimes it's
be
month to month.
you'll find that sometimes there are things that, like you say, like a water heater, that may take a higher priority in one mind versus the other. And without having that conversation, you'll never know, right? You won't be able to identify those differences and negotiate through that.
Or how about if one person's working a bunch of overtime and then the time at home is limited? That spouse who's working the overtime could be like, yeah, but I'm trying to meet this goal. And the other spouse is like, but I miss you. You're not home. The kids don't see you. You know what I mean? It could be a lot of things, or even just projects on the job. There are so many variables that can change and make a difference. But the whole point again is that open communication.
Yeah.
And making sure that you agree.
Yeah.
It's not just the communication. It's not just telling the spouse. It's that you all agree to do the things.
Yeah.
No one makes a decision over the other.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have to agree.
What they say, no man is an island.
Yes, that is correct. Or you could be, but you don't want to be.
That's
not where we're going with the marriage. You don't want to be the island.
What was that
Oftentimes
movie?
That can happen.
What was that movie with Tom Hanks? And it was an outcast.
Yes.
Castaway.
Castaway. Yeah.
Castaway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How was that? Outcast the group.
Castaway. I mean, and I was surprised that I sat and watched that movie because
I could not. I already knew I couldn't.
Because it was like
no
one
way.
dude out there by himself.
I'm sure he did an excellent job though, because it's Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
I just didn't see myself interested at all.
But to talk about how we mentally handle things, how we cope with things, that movie really kind of opened up some eyes. I mean, I know that has nothing to do with
today's topic. It sure does not. There you go again. We talking about priorities.
You're right.
And specifically
financial.
Thank you.
Sorry. No man is an island in the Castaway movie.
No.
That made no sense.
Or in a marriage. Let me try to swing it on back around.
There it is.
Okay. So, with finances, it can be a lot because again, we all know, or if you don't know, you will in a second. Finances tend to be one of the major things that break up a marriage.
Would it be the highest?
I don't know. I didn't get no stats on it.
I think so.
You can look. Go ahead. I do know it's one of the higher ones. I do know that. And you don't want something, not that it's not anything major. It's something that's very important and it's very much about livelihood and goals, but it doesn't have to be the cause of a divorce. It doesn't have to be a situation where you argue all the time. And so being intentional to making sure that you are not the island, that you are not the one in charge, or that, one is doing all the work and the other one doesn't agree. The biggest part of that is communication. Yeah. Saying what's on your mind, saying what you want to do, write it out, talk about it, record it if you have to. But make sure that you all are on the same page.
Yes. So no, I thought finances was like top of the list. It is up there.
It is up there. Communication's number one.
Commitment.
Right. There we go.
Yeah. That's why it's a high priority for me.
Yeah, there you go. Look, it sure was. Begin the show. That's correct. That's what you said. Yes. So let's go.
Look, so don't act up.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Okay. We you know what? We've got a lot to talk about still. How about we do a part 3 for priorities?
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Because we still haven't talked about the spiritual side of this.
Oh, yeah.
So last week we talked about putting Jesus first.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't really talk about how that can affect.
And again, last week was really more about the individuals, right?
Yes. And it was also about just lining it up.
Yeah. So now we are digging deeper into the relationship and how our priorities line up in our relationship.
But Jesus has to be in there.
Yeah.
We haven't gotten to him today. I know.
Oh, is he getting the leftovers?
No, he's not getting leftovers. We talked about him first last week.
He's getting a whole episode.
Thank you. He was right here in my head. It was coming. That was my next sentence, babe.
Like mine.
Look at you. So yes, we'll talk about that portion of spirituality as far as your relationship with Jesus and the relationship as a couple.
Yes.
With Jesus.
Yeah.
On the next episode. So let's talk about some love lessons. You want to read one? I'll read one?
Sure. Let us be sure to have a good balance, right? Not meaning everything is equal, but a good balance for your life and for your marriage to flourish. You know, one of the things that I love about us is that we have fun.
Yes.
We know when to be serious. And we can work together. We can laugh together. We can cry together. I don't know if I let you see me cry.
I don't know that we've cried together. Now I think about it, you're right.
But you know, there's a balance.
Yes,
there is a balance, and so we really want to grow with that balance, and so be sure to have a good balance.
Yes. So also, realizing that your marriage is a top priority.
Yeah.
And then let's say, for instance, it's not a top priority, and you realize that. Recommit and now make it a top priority.
Make it that way.
Yes.
You heard me.
Because it should be.
You heard me.
And make sure that you're doing your part to make sure it's that way. Talk with your spouse, and then you all come together and make sure that the marriage is a top priority. So that you can have a happy, healthy, long-lasting marriage.
Make it that way.
Okay. So in closing, you want to thank them, babe?
Yes, listen, we want to thank you for joining us on this episode of the Marriage Be Like podcast. Listen, if you enjoyed this, make sure you like, share, subscribe. If you're checking us out on YouTube, make sure you share it with all of your family and friends and them. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody.
This is the best podcast ever.
A little bit of real talk, a little bit of information, a little bit of silliness.
Goofiness.
Whatever you want to call it.
She's the most goofiest person in the world.
Goofy, but it's all right. It's okay. I'll take it.
And if you're checking us out on Envision Radio, Envision-radio.com on Thursdays at 4 p.m. Eastern Time or 3 p.m. Central Time. Yes. Yeah. And then on Fridays, we post it on all your major podcast platforms.
That is correct.
Yeah.
That is correct.
You can check us out at our website at marriagebelike.com. And feel free to email us at Kenya at marriagebelike.com.
You can also go to that same email and order our devotional.
Yes.
Echoes of Faith.
Faith.
See, I told you we were silly. So you can go there and you can order our devotional that we co-wrote. It is not a dated devotional.
Right.
So you can order it at any time. You can use it for the end of this year. You can use it at the beginning of next year. But you want to be able to get that devotional, go ahead. Feel free and support.
Refill.
It is contagious. You messed it up and then it was me.
Refill. Okay then. Okay. Listen, we want to give a shout out to our son, KEG Beats. He's the same one that made that chili today.
Sure is.
Yeah, yes. So
got us good and full.
KEG Beats is the producer of the Marriage Be Like theme music. You hear it right now.
Yes.
Yes. And listen, Marriage Be Like is produced by Green Room Entertainment. We are a media production company. You can check us out at greenroomentertain.com.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening.
Yes.
Bye-bye.